Welcome to the Good Karma Sport Fishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. First, I want to give a shout out to Fred. Fred is one of the members of my rigging group crew, the Good Karma Sport Fishing rigging group, and we meet once a month. And in the once a month seminar, I pick a topic, and right now we're working on Wahoo fishing over the next, probably over the course of the next 3 to 4 months. We'll be focusing on Wahoo fishing in the group, along with some other species as well. It's just not about lures. It's an in-depth seminar, stuff that you guys will not find in YouTube, or it's going to take you guys hours to find, and stuff that you will not find in magazines, nor will you find in a seminar or on any sport fishing TV. So just to let you guys know what the group is about, I share stuff that will bring these guys up to speed really quick, and I enjoy doing it. So, and it's just, that's what it's about. And having a group of guys like this has just been, it's been awesome. It's a great success story, and it's something that I look forward to every month. So I want to congratulate Fred on his first Wahoo. I get a lot of guys that ask me about, does what you teach, will that apply in my area? Yes. Fred lives off of he lives in Boynton Beach. What I teach can be applied anywhere in the world, actually, more than likely. And I've got guys that I'm communicating with all over the country. So just a FYI. So congratulations, Fred. It's a beautiful Wahoo. You did everything that you needed to do. You put in your time. You did everything right. So, and that's going to be the first of many. So congratulations, Fred. And I've got a couple other guys in the group that are doing very well on Wahoo now. I'm like, they're getting dialed in. The confidence levels are going up there. They're building their own lures. They're tweaking things, making adjustments every time they go out. And, that's what it's all about in the end. So they're working to get better, and they're finding their own spots. They're doing their own thing. And yeah, man, it's awesome. The group is awesome. So if you're interested in getting involved with my group, it's the Good Karma Sport Fishing rigging group. You can email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. The cost is $49 a month. It's a long-term commitment, okay? So if you're interested in joining the group, you can email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. And then the process goes like this. Once I get your email, I'll schedule a time to speak with you. We'll go through the details, and I just want to make sure you're a good fit for the group. That's all. So if things work out, that's great. If they don't, it's all good. So, okay, on with today's podcast. I'm getting emails about how I run my Halco lures. Okay, how I run the Halcos. Sometimes I'll put wire, 6 inches of wire, number 7 wire on there. Haywire twist, simple stuff. 6 inches of number 7 wire down to number 5 wire. Number 5, I tend to get the most bites. I use like the 75-pound titanium rigs, and sometimes I don't use wire at all. It really just depends. I mean, you guys have seen most of the videos that I've done, and you guys have seen me catch a lot of Wahoo with wire. All those videos that I show you guys with the Wahoo, most of those were caught on with wire. But I do run the lures without. I just started doing that a couple years ago because of the COVID thing. I was seeing less bites, so I would ditch what I did was I ditched the wire, and I started getting more bites, honestly. You just gotta go with what your gut tells you to do. There is no science behind fishing or right or wrong. Just be smart about it and go with what your gut tells you to do. You have to remember that if you start questioning yourself, that's when shit can go wrong. And when you start doubting yourself out there, that's when your catch rate goes way down. You need to learn how to fish with confidence, and that's the thing. It's like when you go out there, you need to know that day, okay, that if I'm not getting the bites by 10 o'clock, I need to switch. I'm just giving you a little scenario. I need to ditch the wire, okay, and I need to go with all fluorocarbon. Whether that be 60-pound, 80-pound fluorocarbon, that's up to you guys. You just have to make that decision. How long a leader? Hey, I can give you some advice. I just tell people, hey, you can go anywhere from 6 inches of fluorocarbon leader to 12 inches. what that fish sees from a distance, who knows? Honestly, does anybody have an idea? Are you seeing it through a fish's eyes? Or are you just seeing it through what they are telling you on the TV shows and through YouTube, what they see? Okay, you don't fucking know. I don't know. So I just go based off of experience and what I've seen fish do up close and personal. Okay, so that's what I do with this podcast. I tell you guys what I've seen and how I do it and how I make adjustments. Okay, wire. I've honestly not gotten bites, and then I switched and put fluorocarbon on, and I got them. You run over to the same school and you catch them. So it's like yellowtail snapper, for example. You're getting bit on 15-pound, and then they shut off, and you drop all the way to 10-pound fluorocarbon, and they bite. Maybe that's a fluke. I don't know. Who knows? Something to think about. So when you're rigging your baits, rig a couple with wire and rig a couple without wire. There you go. That's going to be my advice to you. Run a mixed spread. See what they like. It's the same with colors. Surface baits, I really don't think wire matters when you're trying to skip baits. But what I caution you against is if you're skipping ballyhoo with wire, that shit kinks and busts. And next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, I got bit off. It's like, no, your wire kinked at your haywire twist in the heavy wave. So if you're having problems making a decision, I'll help you make it here. You're going to go out there on Saturday. There's going to be 1,000 boats fishing the same area. You know it, but you don't have any other time to go. So you decide to go on Saturday because it's good. It's a gorgeous day. Go without wire. Okay, go without wire. Get out there, rig yourself up some baits without wire. Double hook rigs. Run some plugs. No wire. Make sure you do everything right on the hookup as far as keeping the boat moving forward. And you're going to get a few that are going to get bit off and swallowed. But you're going to get a lot more bites. And that's the key. The more bites you get, eventually you're going to have one of those days where you're going to have multiples. So meaning that you're going to catch 6. Okay? And if you haven't seen the video that we put out with Land Shark Outdoors, you can check out the Land Shark Outdoors video where we caught 6 wahoo off my 23. And those on that day we used all wire. Okay, all wire. The previous week I had fished. I think a few days before I fished with Victor and Brooke, I fished by myself. I went 9 for 14 on wahoo, fishing by myself. With I had multiples on all day. I was running titanium that day and a couple wire rig ballyhoo number 7s. Okay, I was by myself. I had to pull 3 lines. I dropped down to 1. Yeah. I released all of them, but you know what? I stayed out there all day and I caught and released wahoo by myself so I could learn. Okay, I wanted to get the bites. I wanted to see how they were moving. I wanted to see how they reacted. I got to tell you what, the wire didn't deter them that day. But then a couple weeks later, after the fishing pressure hit, because we were catching all the fish, that we got invaded down here through. That's when I learned the hard way about Instagram and telling people what was going on. And we got invaded with boats, man. It was an onslaught, and the fishing shut down. So I ditched the wire, and I was catching them. I started catching them again. So that's the type of stuff that you need to be smart about. So heavy pressure, that's an example of heavy pressure fishing. So try it. Ditch the wire. You're going to be successful. It's all in a mindset, and say, you might get bit off. It is what it is. But if you're constantly worried about it, then you're going to bring it on. It's going to happen, man. Trust me, you're going to keep getting bit off and bit off. So that's all I got today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And you can follow me on Instagram at goodkarmasportfishing_FL_keys. You can check out my website from time to time. It's goodkarmasportfishing.com. And yeah, that's about all I got for today. Have a good weekend and tune in next week. Thanks, guys. And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.